Good morning everyone, this is Uma from A Sense of Uma. I'm being really brave and doing a pre-recorded video on YouTube. So I hope you enjoy week 2 of the Wildlife Wonder coffee and card because yeah, here it is. Being YouTube, I've been super duper prepared. And I've also got 2 options for this. Sadly, you might only be able to make one because I've provided one sort of mat. And yeah, I'll just show you a couple of the cool things that I've used this time round. So I've got my Wildlife Wonder Early Espresso ink pad and the linen thread that you've got included in your kit, plus the Beauty of the Earth papers. Now there's 2 sheets of this that I suggest would be good. So I've got this one. And that kind of lends itself to a brown and green card, which I'll make later. But for now, I thought we'd go for a slightly different colour scheme with Merry Merlot, and I love this. So yeah, just because last week we used browns and greens, I thought, hey, let's have a bit of Merry Merlot, a bit of red. Apologies if you can hear my cat meowing in the background. He's not starving; he just likes his food. So yeah, we've got linen thread. I've embossed with the Bark 3D embossing folder. In fact, that side looks a lot better, doesn't it? And that one's retiring on the 2nd of May, the Bark 3D, and I do love it. And I thought it'd go with a bit of a woody theme. And just to make things a bit more unusual, I've cut out a hexagon with the beautiful shape stars. Which are carrying over to the next catalogue. They were new in the January-June, but there you go. I just thought, hey, let's have a bit of a difference here. I think it just makes a bit of a difference from the circles and squares that you use. Oh, excuse me, I can't believe I'm already getting a dry mouth. Just water for me today because it's actually nearly 5 o'clock when I'm filming this, so I hope you can see this brightly enough. I've got my overhead light here, so we'll get chopping, and what I'll do is I'll make the version of the card that you've got. The only change is that instead of Merry Merlot, I've got a bit of green mossy meadow as my backing. So let's have a go at this. I'll put these away for the time being. I'll do a bit of stamping, and I've been super prepared. I can't believe how prepared I am. She said, while struggling to find a bit of stamping card, is a bit of scrap card. So this goes beautifully with the I found 2 sentiments that go really well with a hexagon. So with this bear, what I'd like to do is a bit of cutting out. So it is good that we're stamping them. Did you see last week that this bear is so beautifully detailed, and it comes out really well in the Early Espresso? And I stamped a bit of scrap card that I got with my other stamping. Oh, I'm stamping off the screen. Don't worry, next one won't be. Wow, look at that. And then stamp another one. I think this is going to be quite a quick card, and I won't be distracted by anyone commenting on Facebook, on my Facebook Live. So, oh, he's got a bit of a less inked paw there. Just checking it. Let me have a go again. I might even get it worse this time. So yeah, that's another one for pressing evenly on your stamps before you take them off. Yeah, that one's beautiful, isn't it? Oh, I'm putting away my ink pad. I'm going to stamp my greetings. So the ones that fit in this hexagon are "To a great guy" and a note of thanks. And because I'm going to make 2, I'm going to stamp both. Oh, I seem to have lost another hexagon. Here we go. Trials and tribulations have been... I've done myself a spare one because I know what I'm like with the uneven greetings. They haunt me. They really do. They just haunt me. Go, a note of thanks. That should be square here. A note of thanks. And then to a great guy. Oh, which is sticking. See how well it turned out. To a great guy. Both done. Oh, there's me. Put my ink pad away. Make sure it clicks so they don't dry out. We go. Now I'm going to put my inked up stamps well away before they drop and ruin my card. So you'll have your quarter pack of Wildlife Wonder, and what you'll need to do is cut. I mean, you can choose any of the sort of more Merry Mellow pattern pieces. I'm going for this one, and it needs to be 9.5 centimetres high. Yeah, that's right, because we're doing a panel. And 13.8, perhaps a little bit across. So it's up to you where you want to put it. I'm putting mine here. Cut mine that way. So straight from the side. And that will glue perfectly onto here. So as I always say, I give you the elements, but you can decide where and when you want certain things to go. Oh, I don't have anyone telling me if I'm gluing off. So a bit of glue on here with my Tombow adhesive. A little bit in the centre for good luck. Let's go in there. Try and make sure this is central. Beautiful, beautiful. Now I'm going to glue this on just for a bit of definition. I just like to have a bit of extra something, you know, a bit of texture. Might need a little bit of trimming. There's my cat going off again. And I'm gonna cut out my first bear, not with my ribbon scissors. This is a bit of fussy cutting, but hey, it gets rid of some of your scrap paper, scrap card. I'm gonna do a little outline outside mine just so he stands out a bit more. Now my kids are gonna be back soon, so apologies if you hear them yelling. I suppose I'll find out when I watch this video back, won't I? This is why I kind of avoid doing lives in the evening when they're about, because I just think I'm going to get them saying something really embarrassing online, and they'll be there online forever until they turn teenagers, and who knows what social media is going to be like when they grow up. But it's a cruel world out there recently. I wouldn't like to be a teenager growing up with social media now. I just have to hope you can't hear them. I think they've had fun because it's Easter holidays and they've been at holiday club. So this bit I kind of start to go like, where shall I put my elements? And I like them to overlap a little bit. And now's the time, you know, if you've noticed that your one element's a little bit off, you know, if I find that bit's got a bit of white space, so I think I'll just put the bear's paw on that. Or you can extend it further, or maybe you might feel that, oh, last one, can't show you my marked desk, can I? Oh. And then there's this bit. Yeah, quite like it sort of there, like the bear's coming up to the hexagon, and you can see that. And now with the linen thread, just to add a smidge more extra interest, I'm just going to wrap it round, and I find with linen thread just a knot is fine in terms of detail. Or you can actually just wrap it round, which I think I will do for this one actually. I am a bit of a 3 times a charm, but 2 is fine too. There we go, and just knot it at the back so it stays together. Once you glue it down, it'll stay. There we go. So this little guy is going to get knotted down here. And I'll try not to, well actually at this stage it doesn't matter if I glue it upside down now, does it? And there we go. So this is going to be quite a quick one. But I do have a second one I'm going to show you with perhaps an alternative sort of version of it. Oh, and I like to do kind of this effect where it's the same as a background card, so it looks like it's, from a distance, it looks like it's kind of been cleverly cut in half. And I figure out I'm going to put my bear on foam pads, and if I put him here prowling the ground with this little, with that there, or yeah, I just feel that there's this little space just here that the bear's touching. That'll be perfect for that. Let me glue that down. I feel like I've got a touch more glue on that than I mean to. So I'm just going to spread it with a bit of, can you see that big blob there? I'm just going to spread it a bit more thinly so it doesn't affect things as much. Can you see me? See what I'm doing? Yeah, I'm just spreading that glue a bit more thinly, and see, it ended in disaster. not disaster, but you know. I think that's where my bear's gonna go, so let's put that here. And then some foam pads to go under my bear, and I think this will travel fine, won't it? You can see proper scrap piece of card here. Two. I'm going to put one to support his legs, just there. I have been accused of using too many adhesive foam pads before, and it's probably true, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Let's get these foam pads off. And yeah, this little guy's just touching the note of thanks just here. I'm going to put him slightly higher up. There you go. There's my little bear. Sending a bit of a note of thanks. And now I've got my green version. So I'll be cutting the piece of green. Same measurements. So that is I'm going to cut 9.5 again. It's easy to remember once you've got your steady elements. And then 13.8. And that's off. And now I'm going to go, I do feel like this needs to be on this side. I'll be adventurous. We used the other side for our last week's card, didn't we? Go, and then this is going to be glued on there. You can decide which side you like. I like the side that's a bit more textured. So just to show you a slight different change in layout, I'll be doing my glue in here. I might a little bit taller, that's fine. And then just a slight change, I'm going to wrap my linen thread across this bit. This is one way if you want to save on your linen thread, you don't want to use as much. You don't have to go for neat linen thread either, you can go for more of a knot. I'm very well behaved in using my ribbon tag to move it around a bit. Oh, it's become a bit loose, hasn't it? In fact, I'm thinking of just having a bit more of a messy feel with this. See how you feel, you can experiment yourself. I'm going to trim this again. so just by gluing it down it'll stay in place. I think this is the bit where everyone will go, oh, didn't agree with your creative decisions there, I would have done it straight. I have one lady that used to come to Crafty Chat that we still stay in contact, who's more of a she likes things to be straight basically. This is just a bit ruffled, isn't it? I'm going to say that I like the texture. I've already done one sort of neat and straight one, so I think this will be alright. Linen thread is great for just more sort of what I'm going to say is gender neutral cards, the ones that aren't pretty or floral. You could go down there. What do you like? Are you liking my messy linen thread? I'm having second thoughts already. You can see that little bounce in there. In fact, this is the place where I just put that down there. I think that'll be a good disguise. And this one's my slightly better image. Oh, I've just seen that he's a bit blurry. Right, let's go to an emergency piece that I shall stamp quite quickly if I can. In fact, I can stamp him on the other side, can't I? There we go. Make sure he's inked. Down he goes. Couldn't he? To be honest, this could be a lovely she bear, couldn't it? There we go. Not slipped as much. I think it's fine now. And then this is maybe why I shouldn't do YouTube videos, because I've got the opportunity to edit myself, and I might have to edit it backwards. And then you aim for perfection, don't you, rather than Facebook, where you just do it and it's there and it's done. So yeah, just to say, my fussy cutting method involves kind of rotating the piece that I'm cutting more than the around my scissors. Let's have a bit of a look. No, I think it needs to be at the bottom. And yeah, that's fine. I think this time around I'll prop up my sentiment on foam pads as well. Yeah, probably a bit excessive because I'm putting 3 on again. There you go, little guy. So as I said, sometimes my card layouts are just dictated by the errors I make rather than anything else. Just trying to sneakily hide that kink in the rhythm, in the linen thread. I think I've managed it. There we go. It's a bit variated, but I think I like that effect. So there you go, 2 cards. There's one with, hopefully you can see that, actually, here we go, that's a bit better. A green one and one with a bit more Merry Merlot. I'll show you the close-up, one a bit. Let me know which one you like best, and I shall see you next week for Coffee and Card at 9:15 on a Tuesday. Thank you, bye.